Alright, this is my UFC 91 recap while it's going on. So we just got done with the first fight, and that was Maia versus Nate the Rock Quarry. And that fight went fast. Pretty much, Maia came in there. He tried to fake Nate until he was going to box with him, and got close and kind of tangled up and dropped a level with him and kind of got him on top of him. And while he was tangled up, he kind of worked his magic there and finally got top position and got the back after Nate Quarry tried to scramble up. Then he got the body triangle, and then he got the rear naked choke. But good on Maia. It's a good win, decent win. I want to see him go up the ladder, fight whoever's next. That could be a guy that could challenge Silva in a few more, maybe a year, if Silva's still fighting by then. But good to see another good fight, new up-and-comer coming up. So yeah, good start. Alright, just got done watching Gabriel Gonzaga versus Josh Hendricks. Kind of a weird, almost a retro feel to that fight, like it was back in the early UFCs, because it was kind of like just two men slugging around. They're like tangled up at first, and they're just trying to muscle each other, and it's just like really barbaric for a while there. And finally, Gabriel was getting the better of it, I'd say. He was landing more shots. And finally, Gabriel found the space, and he hit a shot that it came from an angle where it came down and glanced the guy's chin, and it went right to his chest. It was like so fast. It was like one frame. It was like boom, boom. And that dropped Hendricks. So then, here's the funny part, right? You got Steve Mazzagatti as your ref, which I hate this guy. I hate Steve Mazzagatti. I can't stand Steve Mazzagatti. He messes up again here. Gabriel goes down and gets one good clean shot on Hendricks, and he looks right at Steve Mazzagatti and he's like, are you going to call it, man? Do I have to keep on hitting this guy who's unconscious? And Steve Mazzagatti's like, yes, you have to keep on hitting him. So he hits him again, and finally he gets pulled off. But it's like, what the hell, man? Steve Mazzagatti? Call that match. The guy's done. Hendricks is done. Alright, we just got done watching Dustin Hazlitt versus Tandem McCory. And Dustin got that. Slick, very slick. Exciting fight early on. They were trading blows, just striking up, going crazy, picking their shots. It was kind of like I like to say, controlled chaos, where people go at it with flurries and they back away and just calm down and reposition themselves and come back and they collide again. But finally, Dustin got it to the ground, very slick off the ground, and got that armbar. Good fight. Alright, just got done fighting. What? I didn't get done fighting. I got done watching Jeremy Stevenson versus Rafael Dos Santos, and that was a good fight. That was a really good fight. First round, it seemed like Rafael was just imposing his will, working just a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu clinic on Jeremy. Started out, bringing him down, just getting that omoplata and just working it like crazy, trying to get a crucifix. But time expired. Good round for Rafael. Next round, we saw Jeremy Stephens finally getting a little more offense in, and he got Rafael down and finally got top control. Before he almost got armbarred, but after that he got top control. He was in the mount and was landing some good shots, some good solid ground and pound. So right now the fight was absolutely even in my eyes, and we're getting to see this fight because everything's going so fast. I just went ahead and put this fight, which is an undercard, on already on this to help even things out. But anyway, third round comes up, and then we get to see Jeremy Stephens and Rafael going at it again, and it was a magical moment, because there's Jeremy. He had Rafael against the cage, and Rafael's covering up, but loosely, and Jeremy just winds up, and he comes forward with a left to kind of fake him out that goes to the body and does nothing. He's just there for show, just to throw him off. And he comes in with this right uppercut that is crazy. I've never seen an uppercut like that in MMA, so that has to go for the record books. That was awesome. And just knocks him out. He keeps on hitting him afterwards to make sure the ref calls it, but Rafael was done after that shot. Alright, just got done watching Kenny Florian versus Joe Stevenson. Good fight. First round, looked like Florian was working his kind of elusive style, where he was working his footwork a lot and just coming in with some good 1-2s and working combos when he came in and then going back out, coming in, going back out. So Joe, logically, thought, well, I'm going to break this cycle, and charged him up and actually was inflicted some damage by bum rushing him and just throwing leather. And it finally got to a point where it was a stalemate, where Kenny was against the cage trying to avoid a takedown. And finally, I think he grabbed the fence a little. But finally, Joe got somewhat of a takedown. It wasn't as pretty because the defense that Kenny had against the cage. And Kenny works this kind of short throw. It kind of reminds me of Chun-Li, what she used to do, the throw where she just kind of grab an opponent and go, Maia! And just kind of push him down, kind of a old school thug throw. And he put him down, and then he got on top of him, and he worked his magic and got a rear naked choke. So Kenny Florian, wow, he finished him faster than BJ did, and that's a statement right there. And right after, Joe's asking him, what do you want to do and what do you want next? And he wants to fight BJ. He's talking about how he's looked up to BJ so long, and he's like a master to him. And he says in the kung fu movies or whatever, they always have the apprentice killing the master, and he wants to kill the master, so he'll have to fight BJ Penn. And actually, that fight would be shaping up too, because Kenny Florian, he's come a long way. That was a really good fight. Kind of showcased some of his prowess there. I didn't think he'd do that to Joe Daddy. I did think he'd win, and so far I'm doing pretty good on these predictions, but I didn't think he'd win that fast. Alright, just got done watching Brock Lesnar versus Randy Couture, and it was a good fight. It was kind of always magnified by the prestige that both fighters, the names and what this means for MMA, it brought to the fight. So I'm saying, it may not have been the best, most exciting fight, but everything meant so much more because of who was involved. And right off the bat, I thought the first round went to Brock Lesnar. It was a close round, though, closer than what people thought. And I thought because Randy held his own, it looked good for him in the later rounds. He almost stuffed the takedown. Brock Lesnar finally finished that takedown, but he made him get it to the cage and everything. He survived with Brock on top of him real well. In fact, he nullified everything Brock could do on top of him. And for a long time, he was holding Brock against the cage, which I don't know how a man of his age could do that. I thought he was going to work more boxing in this fight, because I didn't know he was going to just push him against the cage like that. Second round, I actually have Randy winning it for a while. He was holding his own. He was pushing Brock against the cage again, but finally they break up out of that, and more striking is involved, and it's that shot. And it's becoming the new shot to the chin is what it's become. It happened with GSP versus Sarah. It's that shot to the temple. That shot to the temple is dangerous now. And you got two targets instead of just one with the chin. But I don't know if Brock was really aiming for it, but he hit the button and he sent Couture down. And then he just hammer fisted him like all crazy. I was surprised. Brock did pace himself this match a lot better. He wasn't like really diving in there like he was against Heath Herring. He timed it, and he fought a good fight. I'll give him that. Mario, and I'll give Mario credit here. The ref, he just gave Couture forever to try to get up out of it. And I don't know, Couture, his arm was moving and stuff, but he wasn't moving. He wasn't getting out of that position. He was just stuck there. It seemed like it went on for a good 10 seconds afterwards, which is really, really long time in fighting time. When something's going down, 10 seconds seems like a lifetime. And Randy wasn't doing much. So yeah, Randy loses, but he says he doesn't look like he thinks he's still improving on the after interview, and says he still wants to fight. So Brock now, he gets to fight the winner of Mir versus Nogueira, and right off the bat, whoever wins that fight, I think they'll have Brock, because still Brock's a good fighter, but he's still so green when it comes to submissions, and those two guys are great at submissions. In fact, Mir's already beat him, and Nogueira, I think, is on a different level than Mir. But congratulations goes to Brock Lesnar. I was really impressed that he didn't do the showboating stuff, none of the taunts like he did with Heath Herring. I don't really know all the drama that went into that fight, so maybe it was a lot different. Maybe it was a different scenario. Maybe because Randy Couture showed him respect. And congratulations to Brock Lesnar. I don't think his reign will last long, but he fought a good fight and he got a good punch in there. Sad. It's sad for me, you know. That's the tear that's falling down that I can't create because I shut down tears a long time ago. But if I could cry, it'd be going right here. It'd be like Couture. A good fight. This is a really good card. UFC 91's a really good card. It's not the best, but it's really good. I like this. So yeah, I'm out. Sad to see Couture lose, but it is what it is. See you later. Have a good night.